Auguste Comte and his contribution to sociology. As most of you know, I like to give my classes in a story-like format to make it easier to remember and understand. Comte was a French philosopher, mathematician, and writer. He formulated the doctrine of positivism. His ideas were fundamental to the development of sociology. This is why he is also referred to as the founding father of sociology. In college, at the University of Montpellier, Comte became infatuated with the ideals of the French Revolution. He became really interested in the ways that members of the society rose up to rid themselves of the monarchy and to form a republic where everyone had the opportunity to become powerful. Comte dropped out of college and began studying on his own. He looked for patterns in the ways that society behaved, including trying to figure out how the society works. In 1826, when he was approaching the age of 30, Comte decided to present his social theory to the world in a series of lectures. However, he only got to deliver about a third of the lectures before he was hospitalized with a mental illness. For the next 15 years, Comte was in and out of the hospital for psychiatric problems. But this did not stop him from writing an influential series of books, collectively known as The Course in Positive Philosophy, where he said that society, like nature, operates under its own set of laws and should be studied the same way we study nature, with science. Comte believed that the physical sciences, like physics and mathematics, should be complemented with a new type of science, the social sciences, which would study society using the same scientific principles. Putting his love of science together with his fascination with society, he coined the term sociology to describe the study of social behavior. Auguste Comte's idea about society were closely related to what he called positivism, or the idea that truth can only come from scientific knowledge. In other words, if you can observe it and test it, then you can find the truth. It was through this study of sociology and positivism that Comte developed 3 stages of social evolution, which included the theological stage, the metaphysical stage, and the positive or scientific stage. Now this brings me to one of the questions that was earlier asked on the group. Now the question says, according to these 2 functionalists, Auguste Comte and Herbert Spencer, how is a society changed? So this is an account of Auguste Comte. According to Comte, societies start in the theological stage of development, where the society is based on the laws of God or theology. Now, during this stage, the rules of the society and the way that the people behave are completely based on the ideals of religion that is popular in that society. For instance, if there is an earthquake, the people will say, oh, the gods are angry with us. If somebody dies, for instance, they'll say, oh, the gods have decided that it is time for him to go. If a woman gets pregnant, they say, oh, the gods have decided to bless her. If by chance you drop your food, it could mean that the gods don't want you to eat the food because it's bad for you. Or if it's a drink, maybe the gods are thirsty. The ancient people believed that the planets were gods in the sky, looking down on earth, and even the sun was part of the world of gods. In summary, the theological stage meant that people used supernatural or divine explanations to understand the society and the world. The metaphysical stage. At this stage, people still believed in gods, but also believed that these things are more abstract and less directly involved with what happens on a daily basis. So instead of attributing all their problems to gods, they also realized that these problems could also be as a result of their own personal, individual defects. An example of thinking in the metaphysical phase is people who believe that these planets were physical objects in space and they influence their lives via astrology. People will be like, oh, do you know what astrological sign you are? I was born in April, so I'm a very creative person because my sign is Taurus, and that is why I'm choosing this profession. Even when people wanted to pick life partners, they will go for someone to read their zodiac sign and tell them which sign is more compatible with theirs before they even choose a life partner. The positive stage. At this stage, humans' understanding becomes more scientific. A question like, why does a rock fall? The theological stage would say, because the gods will it. The metaphysical stage would say, well, it's the nature of heavy objects to fall. But in the positive stage, we know that it's the law of gravity, that whatever goes up will definitely come down. Another question would be, why is there disease? Why do people even fall sick? The theological stage would say, well, it is a punishment for our sins. The metaphysical stage would say, life is nasty, life is short. But in the positive stage, we understand that disease is caused by virus or bacteria. We can now see that the man who died during the thunderstorm did not necessarily die because the gods were angry with him and they wanted to strike him to death, but rather he was either electrocuted or he died out of shock after hearing the heavy thunderstorm. In this video, we have been able to cover some of Auguste Comte's major contributions to sociology, as well as the 3 stages of evolution. However, if you still have any more questions or areas of clarification, please do let me know in the comment section. If this video was helpful, do make sure you drop a like and don't forget to subscribe. See you again in my next video. Bye for now.